Throughout history, humans have believed they understood the timeline of civilization. Archaeologists have relied on layers of earth, carbon dating, and ancient writings to piece together humanity's past. However, every so often discoveries surface that challenge the very foundations of what we think we know. These findings are not just old artifacts, they are mysteries that question our entire historical narrative. They hint that there may be more to human history than the textbooks suggest. One of the most baffling cases is the Antikythera Mechanism, found in 1901 off the coast of Greece. At first, it appeared to be nothing more than a corroded lump of bronze. But closer examination revealed something astonishing, a complex system of gears, precision engineering, and astronomical calculations. This device, estimated to be over 2,000 years old, functioned almost like an ancient computer. It could predict eclipses, track planetary movements, and calculate astronomical events decades in advance. The level of technology required to make such a device should not have existed in that era, according to conventional history. Yet it did. This forces us to ask, who built it, and where did that knowledge come from? Another mind-bending discovery is Göbekli Tepe in Turkey, often called the world's first temple. Archaeologists date it to around 11,000 years ago, long before the invention of writing or the wheel. It consists of massive stone pillars arranged in intricate circles, decorated with carvings of animals and abstract symbols. Mainstream archaeology tells us that humans at that time were simple hunter-gatherers with no permanent settlements. Yet Göbekli Tepe shows advanced planning, complex symbolism, and monumental architecture. This is not the work of a wandering tribe. It is evidence of organized societies far earlier than believed. The site was deliberately buried for unknown reasons, as if someone wanted to hide it from the future. If you think that is strange, consider the Baghdad battery. Discovered in Iraq, it consists of a clay jar, a copper cylinder, and an iron rod. Experts believe it is over 2,000 years old. Some researchers suggest it might have been used as a simple galvanic cell, essentially an ancient battery capable of generating electricity. If true, it means that ancient Mesopotamians may have harnessed electrical energy thousands of years before it was rediscovered in modern times. No historical record mentions such technology, which raises the question, was this a lost invention, or a clue to a deeper technological heritage? There is also the incredible Piri Reis map, drawn in 1513 by an Ottoman admiral. What makes this map so perplexing is that it shows parts of the world that should not have been known at the time. It includes detailed coastlines of South America and even what appears to be Antarctica without ice. Mainstream history says Antarctica was not discovered until 1820, and its icy coverage has been there for millennia. How could a 16th century map depict such accurate geography? Some scholars speculate that the map was based on much older charts, perhaps from a civilization long lost to history. Speaking of lost civilizations, there is the Saksaywaman fortress in Peru. This site features massive stone walls made of enormous blocks, some weighing over 100 tons, fitted together so perfectly that not even a blade of grass can fit between them. What is truly puzzling is that these stones were quarried miles away and transported without wheels or modern machinery. The techniques used to cut and fit the stones remain unknown. To this day, no one has replicated the precision of the stonework using only ancient tools. It suggests that either the builders possessed engineering skills far beyond their time, or they had help from a source that history has forgotten. Around the world, deep beneath the oceans, lie ruins that should not exist. One such site is the Yonaguni monument in Japan, discovered in 1986. Divers found massive stone structures with terraces, steps, and flat platforms, all resembling man-made architecture. The problem is that it lies over 25 meters underwater. If it was once above sea level, it means it predates the last ice age, over 10,000 years ago. Officially, humans at that time should not have been capable of such construction. Some argue it is a natural formation, but the sharp angles and symmetrical shapes suggest otherwise. Could it be the remnants of an ancient city swallowed by the sea? Here is something to think about. If all these discoveries are real and not accidents of nature, then our timeline of civilization is missing huge chapters. This is where the mystery deepens, and where your curiosity should stay sharp. Imagine if history as you know it is only a fragment of a much larger story. What else lies hidden beneath the earth or beneath the ocean, waiting to be found? Another case that continues to mystify experts is the London hammer. In the 1930s, a couple in Texas discovered a hammer embedded in rock. The rock was dated to over 100 million years old. Of course, that dating is disputed, but if accurate, it raises mind-boggling questions. How could a human-made tool exist in rock formed long before humans supposedly appeared? Some believe the hammer was buried in a more recent mineral deposit, but others consider it evidence that our understanding of history is deeply flawed. Then there are the Nazca lines in Peru, massive geoglyphs etched into the desert floor. These figures depicting animals, plants, and geometric shapes can only be fully appreciated from the air. They are believed to be over 1,500 years old. Why would an ancient culture create artwork that could not be seen from the ground? Theories range from astronomical calendars to landing strips for ancient visitors. Regardless of the explanation, the precision and scale of the lines remain a stunning feat of ancient engineering. The Longyu Caves in China present yet another enigma. Discovered in 1992, these massive man-made caverns date back at least 2,000 years, carved entirely by hand. What is puzzling is the sheer scale: dozens of caves, each with intricate carvings and perfectly smooth walls, covering thousands of square meters. No historical record exists to explain who built them, why, or how such a colossal effort was organized. The amount of labor required is staggering, and yet these caves seem to have been intentionally hidden from history. If we journey to Egypt, we find more than the famous pyramids. Beneath the sands near the Great Pyramid lies the Serapeum of Saqqara, a series of massive underground chambers housing gigantic granite sarcophagi, each weighing over 70 tons. How these massive boxes were carved, transported, and placed with such precision remains a mystery. They were said to hold sacred bulls, but many were found empty. The craftsmanship is so advanced that it rivals modern machining. Was this truly the work of ancient Egyptians, or did they inherit it from a civilization even older? And then there is the Shigir idol, found in a peat bog in Russia. This wooden statue, covered in strange geometric patterns, is estimated to be over 12,000 years old, twice as old as the pyramids. The carvings may be a coded language or symbolic system, but their meaning remains unknown. This artifact alone challenges the idea that complex symbolic thinking only emerged with later agricultural societies. When you consider all these examples, the Antikythera Mechanism, Göbekli Tepe, the Baghdad Battery, the Piri Reis map, Saksaywaman, Yonaguni, the London Hammer, the Nazca lines, the Longyu Caves, the Serapeum, and the Shigir idol, one thing becomes clear: history is far from settled. These discoveries are like whispers from a forgotten past, suggesting that human civilization may be far older, more advanced, and more mysterious than we have been taught. Here's a thought that may linger with you. Perhaps these are not isolated anomalies but fragments of a much greater whole. Perhaps there was once a global network of ancient cultures sharing knowledge, technology, and ideas, a network lost to time by some great catastrophe. If that is true, then every ancient discovery is not just an artifact. It is a clue to humanity's hidden story. So the next time you read about a groundbreaking archaeological find, remember, it might not just be a relic of the past. It might be a piece of the puzzle that, when complete, will change our understanding of where we come from and where we are headed. Until then, the mysteries remain, buried in stone, hidden under the sea, and locked within the earth, waiting for those who dare to uncover them. Do you think? Is there a historical mystery that particularly captured your imagination? Which artifact sparked your curiosity the most? Share your thoughts, theories, or questions in the comments below. We love hearing from you. And if you enjoyed unraveling these historical puzzles with us, don't forget to subscribe for more journeys into the fascinating unknown.